On the last episode of Dungeons and Dragons Grave of Man, Greg and Drez found a Lauren. She was fine all along. And then they got into some combat, which they totally steamrolled, and then they had found a Slad that was supposed to be this, effectively the troll under the bridge. And they chucked it off the cliff with a well-placed, not one on its part, but still. I guess I can't challenge the party anymore, so instead, I'm just going to get them stuck in dialogue forever. It's the perfect revenge!
And you said that they wanted to take me somewhere on this island, but it wasn't here.
Yes. So that's the other thing you do find. You don't find, Greg finds. You do find, from your perch above Alarin, you do notice that one of the assassin-looking dudes has a tube.
Tube!
What do you mean by tube? What kind of tube?
Tube!
I go over to where Greg is pointing.
Okay. What are you... Detonating metal yelling Tartar revenge?
Infantry.
Infantry.
I'm naming the Dimitri model that we're apparently meeting.
Yeah?
Why? What?
It seems
Okay.
like we're discovering that there's a mass-produced Dimitri model.
Oh my
So I'm
god.
coming up with their name.
Okay. I just found, I think, the most appropriate item ever.
Okay.
This is one of the items you find kind of scattered around. You're not really sure where all this shit came from. It looks like either the machine men had it on them or the assassins or something. But you find a ring of tongues.
Oh.
While wearing this
Ew.
ring,
Ugh.
it lets you taste in all directions. And you have advantage on all perception checks that rely on taste.
Give it!
So do we know about it, or does we
No.
Skitter? Can you identify this ring for us?
This one is obvious.
Okay.
It kind of looks...
It looks like it has a tongue sticking out of it.
Yeah.
What's going on?
It looks like somebody had kind of managed to
Mistake.
get a skittle
Gross.
into a shape of a ring.
Oh, God,
Hey,
no.
Hey, Damien, do you think you can converse with this?
Ew. No.
Give it! Give it!
You know.
I want it.
Well, I figure they both look like they have mouths. All right, I'll give it to Greg.
Greg slams an upgrade orb into it.
All right.
No.
So, Greg, you can now taste things in a 10-foot radius around you.
Well, at least
Simultaneously?
Yes, you can
Oh,
taste
God.
anything that you want within 10 feet.
You
If
can
there's
taste
something
all of you,
invisible
Alarin.
sneaking up on you, you can
Ew.
taste it.
Now the thing is, if-
Greg is going to use his sphere of taste.
Oh, no!
All right, the name of this episode just became TMI.
All right.
I don't know how I do it. I just got 2 crit rolls in a row. I don't know how I do it.
All right. So, Greg, you're not really sure why, but tasting the metal men frozen in the crystal, I guess you've spent enough time around with Dimitri or whatever. These things taste like Dimitri. They taste like Vivi's workshop. You know that her puppety little hands have touched these things. You can taste the small amounts of splinters left over, and
man.
and that these were very clearly made by her hand.
At the risk of stating the obvious, I think Vivi's making a robot army.
Do they taste like revenge?
Let's see. You also taste some of the other magical items in the area. And have a vague idea about what they do if you want me to start laundry listing it. Or I can reveal that later.
I prefer a surprise.
Okay. But you kind of can identify items by taste now.
No.
Nice.
Uh,
I'm gonna lick the ring itself.
Oh my god.
Alright.
tongue to tongue,
Drez
really?
not Drez. Greg goes slack-jawed as his brain overloads with recursive tasting.
My tongue
He is
learned how to
unconscious
taste
for the next
itself.
minute.
Oh, alright, good. That gives me a chance to use the bathroom. Have fun.
Oh, God.
I hit the
So
random
many
generation
places
thing
where that
4
ring is a
times,
bad idea.
and the last item that rolled up was the robe of tongues, but robes are dumb, so I made it the ring of tongues. And yeah.
I mean, a robe of tongues is way grosser.
Now, did tongues say like taste in the description?
Yes,
or
it did. This is
tongues
the
as
weird
in
magic
speaking
item
different
generator.
languages?
No. If he upgrades this, he'll be able to taste words and
These are like,
understand them. I don't know.
These are like munchkin items.
They are. I don't regret it though. I want to see if this ever comes in handy or if it just remains a one-off joke.
Our next boss fight's gonna be against a gazebo.
I mean that was the treasure room itself.
Well, the
That
only
was my
situation in which
gazebo.
I see this being beneficial would be for, say, the poisoned food or other things.
But he poisoned it.
Yep, that too. Or at least he helped poison that.
Oh, I like
particular
this
batch
one.
of it.
You don't find it, but the one of the items on the random generator are the bagpipes of invisibility. While playing it, you are invisible.
And you're just playing bagpipes, so you're completely inconspicuous.
Yeah, I was just thinking, those are loud. They'd be able to detect you just by sound alone. So sure, you're invisible, but you're pretty obvious where you're standing.
Or you just double up and they both can't see you and they're deaf now. You just need to upgrade them to be louder
I'm back.
until they just ruin people and they can't hear either.
What'd I miss?
We were just talking about other items that were potentials, but not right there. Now, so Vivi made these, but why would she send them to this place?
She wanted to destroy it. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, I still wonder how those 3 men had gotten trapped here. I mean, it must be some kind of bypass or some kind of byway to get from one place to another, but also there is that storm in the distance.
That's fine.
And it comes ever closer.
That thing just gives me damage multipliers. We're fine.
Well, we don't know what's in the storm. What started the storm? I mean, isn't it the same magenta color as these crystals?
Alarm, make an intelligence check.
Again, okay.
I genuinely spent time on an acronym generating website.
Okay, you're not really sure what it is.
It's a storm.
Yep, it's a storm.
It's coming closer.
I'm
Doesn't
gonna use
look
my
good.
knowledge nature on it.
Okay, Greg, you are aware that that is not a natural storm. For starters, the lightning is going up.
Oh.
I feel like that would
Hey,
stand out
good news,
in general.
everybody. The lightning's going up. It's not gonna hurt us.
Well, aren't you up?
Oh no! Pull me down, pull me down, pull me down, pull me down, pull me down. Greg starts like thrashing around.
Okay, I start pulling
If
the
we hold you
carpet rope a
close
little
enough,
bit
we
closer.
can find out what lightning tastes like.
I already tasted lightning. It was zappy. Made my hair stand up.
Okay, well, what about this tube?
So Alaran's kidnappers were they fought a war against Dimitri bots?
No, they look to have died at different times from
Oh.
different causes.
Okay.
It looks like the kidnappers got done in
Just
by
a-
the slime thing that you guys
just a
utterly
death island.
wrecked.
Destroyed.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a look at this tube that.
Oh
Greg
right, we think we're in the
found.
future.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. So you guys are looking at the.
VV took over the world with Dimitri bots as an army
Yes.
and then blew it all up.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
What?
what we think. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wait, this is
Yep.
Zagnoth?
Yeah,
Yep.
this is
Yeah.
the future of Zagnoth after the apocalypse happened.
Wait, but then those 3 old men, who were they?
Us.
No,
I think they're wizards. I've been listening to them.
you, but
I'm basically a wizard.
Wait, What do you mean by listening? How can you hear them? They're dead.
What? No, as soon as you guys left, they just kind of sat up and started talking to each other. They're just waiting for you to go.
Why me?
Well, no, just you guys in general. What? It's
Huh.
not like they could see me.
Well, okay. Well, what were they saying, Skitter?
Mostly, are they gone? And good. And then they went back to kind of writing things.
What were they
Were they
writing?
talking shit?
Formulas?
Hmm.
Who wants
They
to
don't
do
seem
math
all
in the
there.
apocalypse?
Okay, well, once again,
Nerds.
back to this tube.
Okay, so the tube has, orders in it. It has Bayezid's seal, which you recognize.
Aha, and what does it say?
You don't know, it's not written in a language you can read.
Skitter, I don't know if this is, I mean, Bayezid was in the realm of Earth. I don't know if this is not Dwarvish. Nah.
Yeah, I can read this.
You can?
Yeah.
Awesome. What does it say?
Okay, so apparently you... I
thought that Skitter got turned off.
You're worth a lot of money. Apparently.
Where?
You and apparently Dimitri. And a lizard. The lizard's not worth as much, though.
Well, that's because it was Drez when he was a lizard, but...
Yeah, I think Bayezid's mad at you. I mean,
Wait,
for
they have
obvious
me-
reasons.
They remember me as a lizard?
Yes.
Yeah,
when I was
you,
still
you were
a
their
lizard?
you were their pet lizard for the entirety of the Elemental Express. So they're looking for a pet lizard. And they only found a Lauren.
This is convenient for when they'll find a dragon.
Yes. So, it looks like these guys are bounty hunters, or maybe his personal assassins, I'm not really sure. But effectively, it's a wanted poster for you guys.
Oh, well, I mean, Dimitri's gone as far as we know, and, I mean, Drez could easily pass as someone or something else. He doesn't ever have to be a little lizard again. So that's why they targeted me.
There's no wood to knock on.
So, a bounty on our heads. Well, I wonder how they managed to warp into the future? By traversing the planes of existence?
Well, we worked into the future by just walking through a portal, so
What did the
it's
portal
apparently a
look
lot easier.
What did the portal look like?
Didn't like my arm.
It was kind of jagged, like somebody tore a hole.
Yeah, that's like what my arm looked like.
And who are you following? How did you find it?
We were trying to find you, and instead we found a portal to the future.
Imagine
And figured we're either gonna drown or we're gonna find a Lauren, so we went through the portal.
Oh.
Portal's dating profile. Likes. Lightning
Now-
storms with reverse gravity. Apocalypses. Future. Dislikes. Arm.
Was this portal situated where I was nabbed or somewhere else in that enclave?
It was kind of close to where you were nabbed, yeah.
I mean, these guys must have created the rift, right?
Guess so.
Greg, you find a weirdly shaped dagger.
Alright. Greg is gonna swish the dagger around in the air.
Okay.
Don't cut the rope.
Roll.
Yeah, watch
Alright.
it be a cutting.
Okay. It leaves kind of these nasty little, like, weird glowy cuts.
In the air.
Yep.
Alright.
Hey, why don't we make one large enough for us to fit through and see if that's
Greg
something?
is already doing that while Lauren is talking.
Okay. So, you leave this nasty gash in the air, and... Give me a second. Let me see. I'm trying to see if there's a good table that I can roll with this.
Then reality breaks.
Trying to trying to see if there's an easy answer for
Do the robots have souls?
I already checked with my mask and they didn't.
Okay, there we go.
Take that, all of Cyberpunk.
Roll a die
The
20.
answer is
Roll
no.
roll 2 die 20.
All right.
Okay, 15. So one, the smaller one, looks to go out to kind of some savanna-looking plains. The second one, is just pure pitch black.
I like the second one.
What? But the savannah and the plains, isn't that somewhere at least?
No. The savannah and the plains is where lions live.
Well, at least that's where something lives.
What's a lion?
I can't really say that a black void has anything inside it.
A
Are
lion
lions just really dishonest creatures?
Okay, so Greg, you look out there and you realize you recognize none of the grass.
I don't recognize any of the grass. I don't like it. Second
Well-
portal.
But we can escape the trap of being contained forever.
Nope. Second portal.
Well, well, okay, there's one way that we can get through this. Skitter, you still have the goggles, right?
Yeah?
Let's throw more stones through and see what happens.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Greg's afraid that he's going to have this goofy Pluto moment of seeing an anthropomorphic version, non-anthropomorphic version of himself.
Yep.
Okay, so we throw a stone into the void first. Just to
Okay. Skitter waits for a while. Did you throw it?
See. Yeah.
Oh. Well,
There's just nothing in there?
it's gone.
We're not going in there.
I wouldn't recommend touching it either. I think it disintegrated.
Oh. We're not
Wait.
doing that portal.
It looks very similar to the Lauren sword.
Uh-huh.
Oh, boy.
Okay, well, let's throw a rock into the savannah and have it attuned
Okay.
to the goggles. Shoo.
Okay, it's a lot of grass. Can't really see anything down here.
It's just grass.
Yeah.
Okay, well, okay,
Well, it didn't disintegrate.
I send a
That's
mage
bad.
hand to pick up the stone and sweep it around in like a fashion akin
Oh,
to
that's
like
a-
a submarine
That's a really
periscope.
big thing.
What do you mean, big thing? I
Um,
turn over to where he wants me to turn it.
He
The
hands
current-
you just the goggles.
Okay, I look into the goggles.
So you see what looks to be some kind of like prairie cat, but it's real big.
Oh.
And it looks real gnarly. And it looks like it's eating something real big.
Oh.
Let me see.
Okay, I let him try on the goggles.
Okay, so Drez, you see a big savanna cat. It's approximately, I don't know, 20 feet tall.
Does he still have the Book of Animals?
Yes,
I
you
have learned a new summon.
you have yes, you have learned how to summon this thing if you can manage it. But it is also in your monster manual.
Let's
Oh,
look at the
boy.
monster manual.
Let's look at the
Okay.
monster manual to see if it'll work. In the past, it literally didn't work.
Well, that was because we were talking about the farting cows. I mean,
Yeah. So the monster manual only knows what you know, but you have a very nice illustration of the full thing,
Ah.
and it says it's a very, very tall, like 20-foot tall cat. Looks like it could probably eat Greg easily.
So my monster manual is less informative and more deviant art.
it's more of a automatically chronicles.
I mean,
all
it
of
looks
your...
like you have never bothered to upgrade the thing, so it's largely useless.
Oh, because it's like a Pokedex.
Why did somebody make something that's useless?
Because they meant for you to upgrade it.
That's nonsense.
All right. Well, what about the surroundings? I sort of send the mage
Okay.
hand with the stone around to.
So you have limited range, but it looks like everything in this area is just big. The grasses are big. The cat thing is big. It notices the rock almost immediately, but it doesn't seem to be particularly interested in inedible things.
And for good reason.
Time to study his digestive tract.
No, I'm not going to shove a rock down the poor thing's throat.
But yes, it looks like you have found some kind of
You don't want to
big
flubber the
land.
cat.
The dimension of big.
Okay. Why don't we try other dimensions? Greg, slash away.
Okay. How many times are you slashing?
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
So you start cutting, and after a while, you cut 4 times. You leave 4 big gashes, and none of them seem to go anywhere that you recognize. One is just pure fire that just starts spewing from it.
Ah!
The next one seems to be solid goo that
Ew.
like kind of wiggles. It looks like the Jello dimension, maybe. See, another one is you might have found the elemental plane of Earth. It's hard to tell. There's a lot of sand, and some other stuff. But on the 4th one, a thing, a big mechanical man, kind of opens the rift, grabs the dagger, crushes it, and then closes the rifts, and then his own.
Whoa.
Oh.
Well,
Alright.
So ended the portal time.
All
Make,
right,
make perception checks.
You managed to anger God.
Okay.
Ew.
Both of you recognize
Mwah.
something, actually. He had golden lips.
Ew.
Damien!
What?
Damien! We saw a large mechanical entity, and it closed the rifts by crushing the dagger that we had, and it had golden lips like yours.
Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Don't open rifts.
Why?
The Inevitables don't like it.
Wait, are you an inevitable, Damien?
I am lips.
Wait, so are you the
Damien
lips of an inevitable?
Lips.
I don't know.
I feed him another upgrade orb.
God damn it.
Yes.
Why are we giving him so many goddamn upgrade orbs?
She's trying to make another character of the party.
Apparently.
Wait,
One
so
upgrade orb. Isn't he already like +2? Isn't one upgrade orb not even
Yeah,
gonna
so
do
I-
it?
Okay, maybe I have to give him more.
Yeah, you
upgrade
have to give him
orbs.
3 orbs to get him up to, or 4 to get him up to +3.
Wait, I only fed him 1 orb before.
Oh, okay, so
Oh.
2 to get him up to +2.
Okay. 1,
Damien
2.
Lips.
I am incomplete.
I mean, we can see that, but what were you attached to prior?
Probably an inevitable.
He's a messed up potato head.
So you were attached to inevitable, and inevitables are like Vivi. Do they always have to have
Vivi is a poor imitation.
a
Of
lot
what?
of the ancient beasts have said that. So she's an imitation, and she wants to become like a god herself, and that's why we foolishly gave her that giant.
Posers ain't shit.
Huh?
Posers ain't shit.
Oh, okay. I see.
Vivi has learned, not Vivi, Damien has learned trash talk.
That's
Damien.
very, very useful for a pair of lips.
All right.
Give him a few more orbs and start developing political opinions.
Oh no.
So, you were once part of an inevitable, and they're the ones that can open up these portals to different realms.
No.
No, they can't?
Inevitables do different things. They're like cops.
Cops?
Yes. Some protect the realms, some protect time, some protect space, some protect magic. You start screwing with the wrong thing, An inevitable comes up, and if you deserve it, they'll kill you. If you don't deserve it, they'll just stop you.
Oh, so the one that looked like you, it was just stopping us from opening up portals.
Oh, you were dicking with the dimensions.
Yeah, my bad.
There's kind of a cooldown on that sort of thing.
Do you guys still have the property mixing orb?
Property mixing?
No, I don't think I do.
You mean the duct tape orb?
Yeah.
I mean, I saw the duct tape orb.
Yeah.
Oh, I have an idea.
We're not putting Damien onto a mechanical man. Not yet.
No, I have a better idea.
What?
Put it on Damien.
No, I'm not taping
You have
Damien
to trust
something.
me. I have the best idea.
But I don't want. No, What are you gonna do with Damien?
The best idea.
I'm absolutely terrified. Do it.
I do not like this. Do not put him on another object or another person. That would be even creepier.
No, I'm going to expand him.
Why?
So that he might become more powerful.
Instead of taking the hard route, instead of upgrading harder, let's upgrade smarter.
Enlarge?
That what? No.
I don't. What kind of intelligence item do you have? Is that what you're saying?
Let's do...
The thing is, I thought that Damien didn't want to be attached to anything else. That would change him. Right, Damien?
Yes.
And you don't want to be changed, correct?
Don't be scared of change,
It's
Damien.
a good idea.
Huh?
Don't be scared of change, Damien.
I was wanting to know what Damien
Oh.
had said there.
He
I'm
said,
not sure it's a good idea.
The best idea.
Well, okay, so inevitables are cops, and they stop us from doing bad things. And when they stop us from doing bad things, they open up a rift.
Oh. I think I know what Drez has in mind.
I don't have a clue what he has in mind yet.
I'm afraid to know, and I don't want to know, and I don't like the fact that he's not going to reveal it until it happens. And I'm not.
Alright, Ballard,
Oh
you
my
notice
God.
Drez inchworming across the ground in some very strange facsimile of stealth. But you also realized he's sneaking up on Greg, but you're not really sure why.
I abruptly
Why can't I have your dice?
I abruptly tug the Greg rope so that Greg is pulled out of harm's way.
Greg gets startled by the tug and just goes like, ah! And right onto Drez's face.
I'm immune to poison.
And we're not talking about the fart. This is a full Duke. Right on
I wasn't
Drez's
even
snoot.
going after you. What the fuck?
Well, you crit failed, didn't you?
This has nothing to do with you.
Well, you know, now you gotta live with yourself. If you can.
If you can.
What were you about to do to Greg?
What?
What?
You were inchworming towards him. On
What? How do you go towards up?
Pretty
You
poorly.
can
Y'all saw what you were
win.
doing.
I can fly, but like I started on Greg's towel and moved away from Greg. So I don't
Well-
know how I'm going towards Greg.
Oh, well,
Natural ones are funny things. You came full circle. Very quickly.
all right, then. You're not going to steal Damien from me. What I was about to propose is that we try to find a way to break the rules of reality again and hope that we don't incur the wrath of a inevitable to the extent that we get killed, but maybe enough so that we can find a way out.
That's
What is
bad
Wow,
idea.
that's a
What
hell
is
of a
this?
sentence.
What is the standard between upgrading Damien versus breaking reality?
One's apparently less risky than the other.
They both piss off inevitables.
Alarin has
less loyalty to existence than her amulet.
Or me, apparently.
Well, I'm just concerned as to what he'll become if we add him to something else.
Yeah, why don't you just spill the beans? I don't even know what you're thinking of doing, Drez.
Because reveals are fun when you do them in the moment.
Well, I'm the one with the duct tape orb, and Damien. So...
Well, only because of the stealth check.
Well-
I just so wanted to have a moment where she turns around and just behind her, I'm just holding something glowing, and just something has already happened.
Instead,
Instead,
instead you got Grave of Man.
every single time.
All right. So, guys, we have an encroaching storm. We lost our means of escaping onto the Death Savannah.
I think that's okay, right? Like, we should all be all right with that being the case.
Well, at the same time, fighting off a couple giant monsters, considering our last couple bouts, pretty doable.
Fair point.
Weird arcane future dimension with a massive cloud of roiling electricity coming our way. I don't know. Also, where does down go? I just want to look.
Okay, so down below you is eternity. Whatever is down there, it goes on forever. You see some other rocks floating around, but you've never had this bad of vertigo before.
Oh, I step back from the edge so that I don't fall.
What if it looped? Like you just look down far enough and you see the island again.
You see the island again?
I guess that one creature would be falling a lot.
Mm-hmm. We'd be seeing it passing us like over and over and over again.
I guess he's still falling.
Through eternity, yes.
He's having
Yes,
a great
yes.
time.
Well, okay, once again, the tube.
Yes.
Oh, it had the letter in it.
It had the bounty information.
Okay, so it had the bounty information. And was the dagger really their only method of going from one dimension to the next? That doesn't...
It might have been, yeah. You can't find anything else that looks like it's keyed for dimensional travel.
Well, I wonder if I could... I probably can only scry on something in our plane of existence.
I feel like Alaran's about to get us into a boss fight with the Inevitables.
I mean,
It's not a good idea.
No,
yeah.
I'm probably not going to do that, but...
I'm going to say that
and yet
right now.
somehow inevitable.
I have found one in all of my D&D.
Do any of them
experience,
have
and it's
like
not
ascending
fun.
stone or something on them? No, ascending stones can probably only work in the same dimension that you're in, Drat. Because at this point, I would rather Bayezid tear us back into the plane of Earth than to be trapped here forever like those three guys, you know, talking
I'm gonna
amongst
like to see if there are
themselves.
just other
You
I was trying to see if I found other daggers.
you find yourself strangely fixated on Drez's Air Jordans. Not like to the extent that he always is, but I mean they're nice shoes.
Now, what are those strange outlines up on the rocks?
Oh, those are just rocks.
To the north. Oh. All right. Well,
That's Alpha Island.
Yeah. That was the island where nothing really was supposed to happen, so I just kind of put it there in case we needed room for a fight.
So, Skitter,
Yeah?
I assume that when we left, those three men, they thought that they were alone because you were able to stealth past them, right?
Yeah, they're not very observant.
Okay, well, I want to know what they're trying to formulate, and if there's a way for us...
They're trying to get back to Zagnoth.
Well, that's good. That's what we're trying to do.
Oh, yeah. My chat is correcting me. Greg, you're distracted by the taste of Drez's Air Jordans.
Oh, okay. They, I assume they taste very rubbery and kind of gross.
More dusty than anything. Lizards don't
Yeah.
sweat, so yeah.
They don't. There is like a muskiness though.
Yeah.
Also, you can taste all of Damien.
Actually, Damien is the only thing you can't taste.
And like a few corpses.
Whoa.
Yeah, you try and taste Damien, and every time you try,
Your mental tongue gets slapped away.
no, it's kind of like
I'm not that kind of woman.
it's kind of like you
Always
like
buy me
move.
dinner first.
You move to like taste it, and then you just get stuck for a while, and then realize like a minute later that you're stuck. And
Huh.
yeah.
That's weird.
Now,
Did
wait a
you know
minute.
that Damien's unkissable?
I've never tried, nor I really believe that would not be appropriate, Greg.
Okay, I mean, all right.
The bugbear.
I'm
with
just
different
sharing what I
wants.
learned.
You started
I
by
don't
saying
know.
I've tried.
Wait, what?
What?
It sounds like you said you started by saying I've tried.
No,
No,
she
no.
said she wouldn't try.
Yeah, I said I've never tried. That's what I had said, I
Yeah.
think.
Anyway, yeah. Point is, I'm just sharing what I learned. I don't do anything.
I mean, we already know he admitted himself that he's part of Inevitable. Now, when we saw a metal man come through the gate, did it look like any of these guys, or was it like a
No,
massive
no,
metal
it
man?
looked completely different. In fact, it even looked different from Damien. It just was similar enough that you immediately like clued in on it. But the Damien's lips are much sterner looking.
Okay.
And this guy looked
Huh.
like he was almost smiling as he
Yeah.
touched your dagger.
Interesting. But he wasn't Inevitable. He was a time-space cop, as they refer to him as. A warden of the realms. Okay, I tug Greg along. I think we need to go see what those guys are trying to calculate.
All right.
But
I
we
guess I
need to-
don't really have a choice.
But we need to earn their trust somehow.
Now it's his turn to lose his player agency.
I am going to. Okay, guys, let's cast Seeming. They were wizards, right?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. Sounds good.
Skitter said that they were wizards, right, Skitter?
I mean, they're working on magical formulas.
Okay.
Did you say seeming?
Yes. Yeah, I believe I have Seeming. Yes. That allows us to be disguised.
So we'll disguise ourselves as wizards.
Physical
to
appearance
trick
as well as
them.
Well, maybe they'll accept us.
Or we could just kick him.
That's not how you make respect.
Then it'll be like, hey, that's not working. We know,
Well,
we
the-
know, we know, jig is up.
Well, the problem is the times that I've done this before we're instantly seen through. And I mean, look at you. You're
Literally every
flowing.
time we go after people in disguises, they always attack us.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they'd attack us if we don't have a disguise, so it
We don't
doesn't
know
not
that.
hurt.
Some people just hide, and then we reveal that we know they're there, and then that's it.
Nah.
Mm-hmm.
But 100% of people that we come up to in fake disguises attack
Boing,
us.
I'm gonna float over. Fine. No deception. We're gonna be straightforward with them.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys start going back. Are you just walking up?
Yes.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
just walk in.
Give
Like we own the place.
me a second.
Wait, is Skitter gonna have to jump over, or is he going to?
Skitter just kind of follows along. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'm just somebody made a die 100 of the planes, like a die 100 chart. So I was gonna
Cool.
quickly
Oh.
set that up. So if you guys ever are in a position where you're
rolling the dice on
The planes.
what
Yeah.
plane you cut into. This way, I can actually just refer back to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that works.
We can't leave this city, but we can definitely leave this reality. We have really specific bounds of where we can break quarantine.
Okay. Anyway, so
Next
you
time
guys
I see Merrick, I have to ask if he's vaccinated. I'm like, how is he dealing with us?
Mm-hmm.
You guys march into the shop. Or not the shop, sorry, I'm thinking of Merrick. You guys march into the house, and once more they're playing dead. Make perception checks.
Mm-hmm.
We still need to do perception checks when we know that they're full of shit.
Okay, Lauren,
Well, I
you
mean,
notice
what if
that
we
they're
get
in
a-
different positions from last time. They're not very good at it.
I'm just gonna kick one of them.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
he grunts.
It's not working.
And then goes back to pretending to be dead.
Oh, God damn it. I'm gonna kick him again.
Guys, you don't have to try to fool us. We're not going to try to hurt you. We want to get back
You
to
just
the-
kicked
Just
us!
kicked him.
He just kicked us!
Oh, don't be a wimp.
I mean, it's because you guys do look like corpses. You must have been here so long.
We are corpses!
How are you?
Necromancy! Have you never heard of it?
I'm familiar with necromancy. I've used
We
it.
are the high necromancers, or the low ones, I guess. We kind of lost our positions.
Oh, cool. Necromancy. That means you can make me stop floating, right?
Well, sure, if you don't mind being a ghoul.
Oh, I do.
Oh, okay then.
Well, we noticed that you were trying to formulate a way to get back to Zagnoth.
Yes, for hundreds of years.
Hundreds. What happened to Zagnoth?
Give me a second.
Did they not notice the portal?
Well, you see, we were thrown forward in time hundreds of years. We're trying to figure out the exact formula required to go back in time. I just rolled a natural one on them. They think they're in the future.
Unbelievable.
Or maybe the past, I'm not
no
sure.
Way.
Oh, cool. So did we.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Make him be in the past. That'll be even funnier.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, we were thrown hundreds of years into the past, and now we're trying to figure out how to move forward to the point where the planes, the material plane properly realigns, and we're trying to, well, truly, we gave up on trying to get back the conventional way. So now we're just trying to figure out the exact location where Zagnoth will be, so that we can go there and wait.
Go there and wait. What?
For
And what-
200 years.
That's
what
the
about-
stupidest plan.
And what about
I
these
could've
floating
possibly
islands? Well, I mean, if
come
they're
up with-
immortal-ish in their undead state,
The material plane goes through cycles, we think. We figured that one out, like,
Drez,
almost 1,000 years ago.
are you thinking what I'm thinking?
We need to switch places.
We've gone so far in the future that we wrapped around to become the
You've
past.
looped around to the past, yes! We figured that out when you got here and you were talking about time.
This is how time works.
Time
it's a-
works like a loop.
so
It is a loop.
necromancers.
It's a giant loop, like the ring on your finger.
Now,
I'm just gonna use my
necromancers.
sphere of tasting.
Oh no!
Okay.
Don't taste them.
Have you ever tasted,
Oh, no.
a dust bunny?
yeah, kinda. Well, like, the weird
Oh.
thing is there is no dust. It's like nothing happens here. There's no dust. Time does not pass.
Yeah,
in
there's
this
nothing here
area.
to generate dust.
Yeah, so there's nothing to generate dust. So you're licking rocks and dead grass and
Ah.
3 dead dudes.
Oh,
They taste
God.
like beef jerky, but not good beef jerky. Like the really leathery stuff that you have to like chew for a while and has no flavor, and you're like, man, why did I eat this? And you go into the bag for another one, hoping that it'll be one of the juicy bits. But then no, it's just another leathery bit. And you're like, Mom, Dad, why did you buy the cheap jerky? And they're like, shut up, son, eat
Oh
it.
my god, this is like repressed.
Nah, it's like what happens when you ask your parents to buy you beef jerky.
Speaking of beef jerky, the rest of the teriyaki beef jerky is still around, right?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
I was thinking about that earlier. I was like, I'd like some beef jerky.
All right.
Anyway,
So necromancers.
Yes! You're welcome to wait with us, by the way. I mean, it'll be a while, but
Well,
surefire.
actually, we're wondering, are you familiar with the necromancer Vivi?
That woman! She did this to us.
She did?
She said she'd bring us to safety, and lo and behold, she cast us into the past.
How did she cast you? Where did she open up a rift? or-
Yes! The dwarves were coming, the druids were coming, we had to get out.
How could they think the destroyed world is the past?
I'm just humoring them right now. Okay. So Vivi did
Yeah,
this.
what kind of idiots think that this is the past when this is the future?
So
This is what happens when you put an intern in charge of the dimensional rifts.
an intern.
Oh my god,
She
I'm
was only
ashamed.
an
We're so
intern?
hard. for
Only
being
an
the
intern, yes, but we had better things to do, like tapping into ley lines and figuring out the mysteries of the universe and time.
You got tricked into giving god powers into an intern.
Well, we've gotten tricked into giving god powers to an intern.
I wasn't there.
apparently.
I never met Vivi until it was too late.
Yeah. Now, necromancers.
Yes. You notice they all kind of like talk cyclically.
Yeah. If
Are they still
Phoebe-
laying down on the ground?
Yes.
if Vivi,
Two of them are still playing dead, even though they have spoken with you.
necromancers, if Vivi had been, say, given a block of a collapsed realm dimension,
Oh,
what kind of power would she be able
why
to
would
wield?
anyone give her that? That's like infinite source material.
Oops.
Yeah, so what could she feasibly do with that?
Well, I mean, depends what she's gunning for, but quite a lot, really.
What if there's a lot of automatons that looks like she made
Oh,
them?
she's still stuck on those, is she? Well, I mean, she'd have an army. Or,
I think
well-
she's got an army.
yeah, probably more. I mean, how do you quantify an army that's bigger than any army in the world? Is that still an army, or is that just a straight up Armageddon? We're not sure.
Now, necromancers, you were talking about time travel
Yes.
and such. Is it possible to turn back time on an individual being?
Well, I mean, if you had the right setup for it, anything is possible with time.
If I had the right what?
Setup for it.
What kind of setup would you need?
Tell us the specifics and maybe we can help you out. We haven't really figured it out yet, as we're still stuck here, but maybe we can help.
Okay, so on the next island over, there are a bunch of crystals, and these used to be blue spell crystals, but they've been transformed with the taint of an eldritch source of power into magenta crystals.
Yeah, we stopped going over there.
Why?
I mean,
The
that's
slide.
like a moving portal to the abyss. It's no good.
But it's a portal to somewhere. Now, if we were able to turn back time on, say, the bodies of the assassins that had kidnapped me, is it possible that what they did would be reversed?
Well, I mean, theoretically, yes.
So is it possible that we would be able to get back to Zagnoth using the portal that they used to take us from Zagnoth?
Well, maybe, yes. Okay, so where's this portal? Or can you go over that again, but shorter? I lost track. I was thinking about how to do it.
Okay. So on the other island, there are a number of corpses of assassins sent by Bayezid.
I mean, we could just necromancy them back. That's easier. Much easier.
Unfortunately, the dagger that they were using to open rifts and dimensions was crushed by an inevitable.
Well, that's out then.
Right, but if you could turn back time for the individuals, wouldn't the dagger come back if you turn back time?
Nope.
No?
It's all in the name. You mess with an inevitable, that's permanent.
Oh, it's permanent.
If they kill you in the past, you're just dead in the future. And the past.
Oh, it transcends time and space. So that
That
weighs
means
out.
we have to use glue.
You have to use what?
That means we have to put it together with glue.
Well, okay. So there are automatons that were made by Vivi. They must have come from somewhere.
Well, probably from Vivi.
Right, and she's currently residing in the astral plane.
Oh,
At least as far as I remember.
well, that's inconveniently hard to reach.
Hard? How is it difficult?
We've tried going to the astral plane, but no matter how many times we try opening a portal back there, it's no good. It seems like dimensional travel is locked off around here.
Dimensional travel is locked off. That's probably why Bayezid's men had issues trying to open up a rift to get us out of here. Do people get stuck in this dimension often? Is it a
Well,
byway?
I
What is
mean,
it?
there was that frog, and I mean,
He's dead
they're.
now.
Oh, well, good. He was kind of a dick. He ate Larry.
Who's Larry?
Oh.
Well, there used to be 4 of us.
What happened to the
Larry-
4th one?
Larry didn't. Larry thought
Gary,
hiding
Barry,
was stupid.
Sherry, and Larry.
Yeah, that's the names.
Hey, you might actually be able to find him in the bone pile.
Oh, that's grim.
I mean, we could.
What do you think he's doing in the bone pile?
Being dead.
Boning down.
Actually dead.
Oh no, what happened to him?
He got eaten.
Oh.
Hence
Can't
why
you
he'd
just
be in the bone
undead
pile.
him again?
Oh, the slat ate him. Got
I mean,
it.
we could, but liches don't exactly re-undead very quick or easy.
I thought you were waiting.
Well, I mean, if
Now
we
you
wait
just
long
sound lazy.
if we wait long enough, Larry will be back, but living, and then we can re-lich him, and then have him not be thrown into the portal of time.
Well, unfortunately, we're in a little bit of a time crunch. We have a limited
No,
life
you're not. You have plenty of time. Trust us.
So is the portal we came in through not here anymore?
No, I
no.
don't think so.
Because that'd be a really easy exit. It'd be like, I don't know why we're still here. We already got to learn.
It's not. You can't see it, at least.
Hmm.
Perception?
No, you don't see it.
Damn it.
Well, that's interesting. Okay, well, you said that you encountered this Slod guy a number of times?
Well, I mean, once when he arrived.
How did he arrive?
Well, we were trying to go to other places. Well, the backup when you can't go to the astral plane is limbo. So we went to limbo for about 3 seconds.
And it came out of limbo?
Yes, slads are shockingly aggressive creatures. They like to move around a lot. And so when we opened the portal, he came from nowhere or something, and they told us not to do that.
Huh.
And then he ate Larry. The rest of us played dead. Larry was the spokesperson.
Okay.
When Merrick came here, did he even acknowledge the fact that he was in an insane land all of a sudden compared to last time he visited us?
I think from Merrick's perspective, he's only seen us in insane lands.
He like visited a dungeon and there's an armless Greg, and then he comes back with the arm and he's like in Bastion.
I think he was super pissed off that I broke his door.
It's distracting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I'm going to use Detect Magic to see what I can see about the area.
Okay, so there is a number of things. There's a hairline fracture in the structure of reality.
Okay.
There's a magic door
Where's the magic door?
leaning up. Kind of. Actually, it's like kind of on the ground next to the house.
Wait, they never picked it up?
No, it's still there.
Okay.
Oh.
We just left it there.
Guys, there's a magic door down here.
Yeah, that's Merrick's.
Wait, what?
Yeah, give it an open.
But
Okay.
we can't I thought Merrick told us not to anymore. But I suppose this is a dire situation. Well, what about the tear in reality?
Okay, it's a hairline fracture in reality. You can see it with detect magic.
I mean, I suppose we can talk with Merrick first, but then I'll try option number 2 and hope that everything
Wait,
goes
why
well.
do you want to talk to him? I thought, I was just saying if you felt like it, just crack it open.
Okay.
Tell him I said sorry.
I'll
definitely
look
won't leave
inside.
it
Probably
back.
just goes back.
Okay, you open the door and it fizzes and spits. Like somebody broke it.
Oh.
It
Wait, you
spits.
broke it off?
It looks like somebody broke it somehow.
Oh,
Hmm.
who could have
Can't
done
imagine
such
who.
a thing?
Greg, do you know something about this? You guys were
Um,
chatting back and forth about breaking a door. Is this Merrick's door?
No. Nope, don't know nothing about it.
That's an exceptional deception check.
Let's see against
All right.
her perception.
Do I have
check.
to do perception?
Yeah, you do.
Insight. It's insight.
Oh,
All right.
God.
Oh,
Alara,
Insight?
you're not entirely sure, but you feel like
Battle
Greg
of the
might.
Wits?
Ah!
Oh, never mind. Nope.
Believe-
Greg had nothing to do with it. In fact, you're not sure if Greg's even seen the door before. This most definitely
How
is not
could he?
the.
He's up in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
How do we get
That's
these?
an unfortunate door. All right. I bring out
Also,
my
you're a plus
lightsaber.
6.
Okay, so you pull out your horror sword.
Yes. Well, I'll see what it does to this tear in reality. Perhaps hope it ends well. Do I just want to do a weapons roll for this rapier? For an attack? Or what do I do?
Yeah, do an attack roll.
Should I do an attack roll, Wander?
Up to you.
Or should I just...
I mean, this is kind of a precise thing that you've never done before, so you at least need to roll something.
Okay. I can either roll an attack roll thing, or I can roll... What is my rapier? Dexterity?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You slowly cut a sizable portion out of the fabric of reality. You now have a slightly bigger crack in reality. It looks to lead back to the druid area.
Guys! This is it! This is the way
Yay.
back to
there's
Zagnar!
a
we can go
reason-
back to being trapped.
Yeah, there's a reason we came through that portal.
Well,
It,
what,
Well, mostly to get her.
what was happening?
Yeah. It was flooding.
Well,
Yeah,
that's no
water is pouring out of this thing.
Well, that's no issue for me.
That's fine.
The,
Most of us will
the
survive.
necromancers in the house see the portal and see the water and immediately start, like, drinking the water and, like, celebrating and possibly bathing.
Oh.
The
The
water!
changing
We haven't
colors.
seen water in 1,000 years!
The corpses are melting in the water.
You're not sure, but it definitely does seem like they're flaking a little. Gross.
Yeah.
They're probably inflating a bit.
Oh yeah, no,
As they absorb the water, all of their skin is like becoming less sallow.
It's like what happens if you put a raisin back in like a bowl of water for a while.
They're
It
gonna
kind
get
of
so gushy.
unraisins a little.
They're gonna start sloughing.
All right. Well, I keep cutting into
Hey,
it.
you guys want to help us kill Vivi?
Oh, Vivi! Vengeance. We like vengeance. Sure. Why not?
I guess keep cutting.
Okay.
Okay.
This is
So-
this is way cheaper than the other way we did it.
It takes not too long, actually. It seems like this sword kind of just cuts.
All you need is an anti-reality blade.
Yeah. So, in the end, you have a nice, smooth sword. Sword hole. I don't know.
Sortle.
I don't like that word.
It's
It's got all
fun.
the letters that are ugly, and it has them in
That-
the order that makes them sound really ugly.
That pun made me chortle.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's about the limit of the puns that can be derived from that one. There
Yep.
aren't a whole lot of words that rhyme with chortle.
Now,
but
does
if-
it look like
But
the
if you took
portal
damage on
is
the
at
right side
risk
of a boat, it would be a porthole.
closing again, or is it still open?
Oh
and
no, it's
consistently
just stuck open.
Okay, well, I don't want.
Well, I
any
guess
of
a permanent hole in reality would stop the flooding problem.
Okay, guys. So Trez can survive on the other side for 15 minutes before drowning.
Well, I mean, I got the Cloak of the Manta Ray.
You have the Cloak of the Manta Ray, but that
How
only
high
works
is the
for
water
one
on the other side of
individual.
the portal?
It looks like it flooded. You guys
Oh.
did rest for 8
Well,
hours.
we'll just have to wait a little bit and it'll unflood.
I mean, there's that too.
I mean, I can just catch you guys on the other side.
There's like a geyser of water coming out right now.
Here, Greg.
It'll
I'll
run
see you
out.
later.
Huh?
Skitter puts the Cloak of the Manta Ray on Greg and then disappears.
Oh, by the way, your friends are probably dead.
Wait, what? Oh, you mean the drow? Oh no, wait, Skitter,
Oh
where did...
yeah, we fucking left them there.
Skitter,
Well, no,
where did you
they
go?
went down on purpose for some reason.
I
They wanted to get away from me.
I get out the sending stone. Skitter.
They made their own bad
I'm
decisions.
taking my
If
own
they-
way
if
back,
they want to
don't
go
worry,
die
I'll
for like
catch
the
you where
third
it's
time,
dry.
that's their problem.
Wait, what way back do you have?
Merrick doesn't hate me.
Oh.
And you have to babysit them.
Okay,
He only
so
lost one arm in my care.
we only have 15 minutes to get Drez out. And I'm pretty sure these undead guys
Or
don't
you
need
could
to
just
breathe.
give them the Cloak of the Manta Ray for about 3 seconds.
Oh, so you're saying that they should just exchange the manta ray cloak between the two of them because I can breathe underwater?
I mean, as far as I can tell, you could just pass the thing back and forth. You don't need to attune it.
To just take a breath?
Yeah.
I suppose that works. All right, guys. We're getting out of here.
All right, about damn
Okay.
time.
So you go through. The liches are with you. I'll draw a picture of them next time.
Or you can just give us the
Yeah.
undead heads.
Yeah, I guess I'll just give you the undead heads.
Just use the head from the Scream
Let's go with this
drawing
one.
earlier.
Ah.
That's what the Lich looked like, kind of.
We're with you.
Somehow
Anyway.
these undead look more optimistic.
Oh no, these guys are very optimistic for crazy undead that have been stuck in one area for a very, very long time.
I've always
Anyway.
wanted an undead army.
All right.
Okay, so let me
There's the Scream.
get rid of, I guess, you guys. Then warp you guys back. Skitter's not there. Whole dungeon is underwater. I put the drow anyway. Oh yeah,
They went. Yeah.
they went elsewhere. You don't know where they went. I couldn't remember if they're waiting in the room or where they had gone.
Okay.
They went down the hole.
So I
They're,
will.
they're crazy.
And is Greg still like floating towards the surface of?
Yeah, so Greg is
Buoyant.
floating at the top.
Oh, he's so buoyant.
He can swim though, but gravity. He doesn't sink. He doesn't float. He just kind of.
Oh my god, we've gone full circle on Greg wearing floaties.
Yeah, you
Oh
have.
my
Now
God,
Greg
no.
is the floaty.
Greg
He is the floaty. Yeah.
Now he has skin condition.
Wow.
He has
We
complete,
actually did it.
perfect
Oh my God.
neutral buoyancy, and drifts along with the current.
Oh.
Okay. Well,
We
he's
have-
still attached to the carpet rope.
Yeah,
So I'm dragging him
right. The
through.
carpet rope. I
We
forgot.
have,
Yes, it's
You've
the
never
carpet rope.
bothered to get normal rope. You just have the shitty rope you made out of carpet.
we have to
Yeah.
show that drawing again, right?
Oh, the Greg has a condition. Let's see if I have it saved.
I've
think
got
I
it
do.
in. I threw it in if you don't have it.
There it is. Boop.
Yep, there it is.
Now
There
he's
it
living
is.
the dream.
All right. So I swim through here and.
Greg tags behind.
I'm essentially saying, which door do I go through? I'll go to this one since
You were-
there's a.
You've been here before.
Yeah, but I never went through this door, so I want to see where it
Greg,
goes.
despite the fact that you have complete neutral buoyancy, you can swim. In fact,
I
it's
know.
actually probably easier for you to move through in the environment than anybody apart from Lauren.
You just kind of
The
stuck on the
liches seem to be
surface.
having problems.
Oh, poor guys.
We should have tied them to Greg.
They're walking very slowly.
Okay, well, I want to open up this
It's
door.
fine. It's just like Pirates of
Okay.
the Caribbean. They're just walking along the bottom
They are.
with their zero buoyancy.
Yep.
Mhm.
So you find an empty room. There's a table floating there with some stools. It looks like there might have been like papers and supplies, but that's a waterlogged mess now.
All right, nothing to see there. Unfortunately, I would have loved to have read some of those papers, but
They're dead now.
they're too far gone, probably, right? Investigate.
It looks like most of it is pretty far gone.
Okay, so we go out here, and what's up?
Oh yeah, the hole is gone.
Is this the end of the hall?
Yeah. The door's
Yep.
open. You see a giant tree.
A giant tree, and can I see the sky?
No, but what you can
No.
see is there's a hole up top.
There is a hole
Well,
that
that's
the
new.
tree is going
That's
through.
different.
Yeah, it looks like something or someone made that hole.
That's new.
Okay, guys.
I'm heading right over.
Okay, so we just swim to the surface
Yep.
of the water to where the hole is?
Yep. So you rise up through the tree. You reach the surface level of the water. This chamber is considerably taller than the rest.
Okay.
And then from there, it's just a short climb up to the hole.
All right. I mean, a tree has to lead to the surface.
So you go through the hole, and it's kind of like along the trunk of the tree. And you enter out into almost like another level. And this one does not seem to have flooded in the slightest.
Okay, great. So we're able to clamber up onto dry land?
Yes, you are able to climb through the hole. The liches are still down at the bottom, though.
Oh, we need to grab them.
Yeah, they can't climb, they can't swim.
They can't climb in water?
I mean, they have
They
strengths.
have
that
very
range
little
from-
muscle mass.
Yeah, they have strengths that range from 4 to 8.
Oh,
Mm. Okay,
just like me.
I
That's
plopped
an
down
atrophy catastrophe.
a tower
Oh
beneath
my
them.
god.
Okay.
The wooden tower.
Okay, so they cling on and it floats to the surface.
Yay!
Because, right, you haven't upgraded. You have just this shitty wicker tower.
I
that-
mean, I've upgraded the devil and the chariot.
Yeah,
and
but you've never
strength.
upgraded the tower because it's more useful as a flotation device.
Yes.
We've used it twice now for that purpose.
All right.
We're just
Let's see.
gonna rocket to the surface.
Yep. So you get them up, and now they're floating at the surface.
All right.
And probably bobbing violently.
Yeah, kinda.
Okay, guys, let's get out and onto the shore.
I mean, it's like a 15-foot climb.
Oh, it's a 15-foot climb?
Yeah.
Okay, then we're going to have to figure out something here.
It's like I could just have them fast travel up there, but I want to see what you do.
Well, I could have, let's see, tentacles drag them up.
Oh.
I could, I don't know.
They could all just hold on to Greg's fur
Ew, that would pull it out. It's gross.
as he tastes all of them.
Oh.
It has all this water taste, Greg. All the corpse water, full of corpses, and all the
Okay,
people we've
so-
killed recently, and
Yeah, you do
probably
notice that
thousands,
they're-
probably thousands of dead bugs.
You do notice that there's actually the dragonflies just disappear, but there's
I know,
there's
but
some
it's
mind
more fun to
flayers that
think.
are
It's more fun to
bobbing
think
along
that
there.
two separate insect swarms are just in this flood.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're saying that this is sort of like a... So there's 15 feet of stone up until the edge, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it goes water, surface, and up 15 feet of stone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And tree.
And tree.
Is the tree above the stone?
Yeah, so the water goes up like the 30 feet of this chamber, and then there's 15 more feet of tree and just chamber. So you could climb along the walls, but then mainly you just have like a hole next to the tree, 15 feet above the water level.
Mhm.
All right.
Well, I mean, Greg can just float up
I was
to
gonna
it.
say, here we go. Greg is gonna do his best, like Olympic, like swimming down, grab one of the necromancers and like swim back up,
Okay, give me
and
some...
he fucks it up.
Oh. Dun,
Wait.
dun, dun, dun,
What? But the
dun,
necromancers are
dun.
they're
Huh.
standing on the tower.
Huh.
Dun,
How?
dun, 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 dun.
I thought I could solve the problem.
Does he
faster.
accidentally tear him in half? What happens?
He's just rolling
No.
on the surface, unable to orient himself at all.
Yeah. So okay, when Sonic the Hedgehog does
Has
his
Greg
like
started
leap
drowning?
up and then spin. No,
Uh-huh.
Greg's not drowning. What he's doing is gyrating violently in the air. Like to the point where you're scared to grab onto him because you're not sure what's gonna happen.
He's just forgot how to swim.
Yep.
He really did, and now he's in the middle of charging up a spin dash with no way to stop.
He's like a character.
I-
He's like a Gmod character model, just ragdolling randomly.
I violently
Pretty
tug
much.
on the rope.
Oh no, that rope is gone.
Oh,
You do not have it.
Oh no!
It
Did he
is
just-
tied up along the Greg.
Oh no, he's tied himself up. Well, now he can't hurt himself.
He is
Greg-
Oh,
decidedly
oh,
harmless.
you're wrong about that.
It's finally
statement.
happened. We've
But-
Greg proofed Greg.
Well, isn't he floating now? Like even
Yes,
further?
he is floating. It's about this point where it wears off too.
The floating wears off, and
Oh.
he just slams into the water and starts sinking.
Yeah. So effectively at high spin, Greg cannonballs into the water. You probably take damage, but chances are you're just knocked out cold.
God damn it, I'll get him.
God damn it, I'm unconscious.
All right. So
This
Drez,
has been the worst map for me. I've fallen unconscious 4 times in this map.
And it's like practically this room.
so Drez, you retrieve Greg, and there is like what looks to be a poker chip in his mouth.
What?
And it is it's kind of this like dark gray color.
I stow it?
Okay. You now have the token of weightlessness.
I'm gonna not eat it like some people.
But now we know what it does.
Yeah. Okay, let's
I can
Look-
identify magic items
get
by
Greg
taste.
on the tower.
Okay. So you now have 3 undead and an invalid on the tower.
Hey, why don't we make the tower weightless?
What? No. No.
But then we'll float up to the hole.
So what is this like again? Like are we like in the open air right now, but just with a 15-foot wall around us?
Or there's their ceiling.
There's a ceiling. It's
So we're
made
still
out
not-
of like
so we're still
tree roots
not
and
at the
stuff.
surface.
You're at the surface of the water, but then there's like 15 feet before you hit the tree root ceiling.
I mean, we still don't have any like visible surface of like Earth.
But there's a hole.
Yeah, there's a hole above you in the ceiling.
And what is beyond the hole? Is it sky or is it more rooms?
It looks like a room, maybe. If
Damn
you
it.
fly up there, it's a room.
That is a good idea. I have wings.
Yeah,
Woof.
that you do.
Off the screen.
Yeah. Off the screen and off the map, because I don't actually have this one made yet. Because I spent all of today working on that fancy boss creature that you totally murked.
We only
Um,
triple killed them. It's fine.
Anyway, so yeah, this looks like a small, kind of well, not small. It's an expansive room. It actually looks like people meet here. There's like kind of a podium thing.
So it's just like a meeting room.
Yeah, but it looks like something smashed through it.
Oh,
Yeah, like
let's
some
find that button. Really bad at looking through. Oh, damn it. Bad
Okay.
looking through
Yeah,
all this
it looks
list of
like
skills.
something very large and angry
charge.
smashed through the room. There's
It looks
there's,
like Greg
you know,
was here.
Yeah, it really does.
We really did go into the past.
Oh yeah.
Now you don't even remember. We
No.
really did go into
It's
the
getting
time.
really hard to tell. I guess it would be the future if Greg had
Yeah.
already gone through. Yeah, so it still is the future. Oh shit. We came back, but we're still in the future. That's how the water got so high.
But that's just because of time passing as it normally should.
You can't hear me up here.
Okay.
That means I'm right. Shit. Do I have any root in my inventory? I didn't think ahead. I should really remove all the things. I have a bunch of items in my inventory. I just have set to.
I mean, did you ever
quantity
remove
0.
the rope from Greg?
No, I feel like he's safer that way.
All tied up?
Yeah.
It's gonna take a while to extricate that rope. Have you ever had like a tangled
He's a
up
danger
yo-yo?
to himself.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can always do that cool thing where you take one end of it and you just push.
Oh no, he's knotted. He
Watch
is
him
tied
unravel.
in.
Oh, great.
Well, Thorn Whip makes something come 10 feet closer to you, so if I use it once, can I breeze the entire tower 10 feet?
I almost feel like with a thorn
That
whip,
would require one hell of a strength check.
Well, also, you would only be able to latch onto one part of it. It would likely flip everyone off of it and into
Strength
the water
check.
and everything. What?
Okay, you
Nice.
get them about 5 feet up.
Everyone hold on! Ah! Like, the tower is probably on one
Is
side.
there anything? Is there anything nearby that's sturdy?
Wait, but
The
isn't
tree.
Greg just gonna fall directly into the water again and also be tied up?
I'll tie the Thorn Whip to the tree.
Okay, so you managed to attach the thorn whip to the tree.
I Thorn Whip again.
All right, give me another strength check.
Yeah.
All right, you get him up another 5 feet.
Yeah. Now it's like climbing range.
Right, but how is Greg still on
I mean, he's on the tower.
the tower? Okay.
If Drez rolled bad, Greg and possibly the
It's only
liches go
5
straight
feet.
into the water.
Everyone's only 5 feet away from the room. If I made it closer, everyone would squish against the ceiling if they weren't in the hole's range.
Mm-hmm.
Because that would be the last 5 feet. I tie off the
All
other.
right, we have to start
thing.
wrapping this up here because I'm gonna
Oh,
have
yeah.
my quiet
Yep.
hours now.
Well, it's okay. I don't have a room drawn, so pretty
Oh,
much.
perfect.
Yeah, you guys get up into this chamber. I assume
Yeah.
at this point between Alarin and Drez,
I can just like reach down or whatever.
Yeah,
Yep.
you
Yep,
can
I
just
have
start
other
lifting
means to get
people
us
out
up
of the
there.
hole. Greg
Yeah,
probably gives
excellent.
you the most amount of problems because he's
That's
Tied up
fine.
and
That's
gross.
great.
waterlogged.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
always give.
You don't need
that's-
additional reasons for Greg to give us the most problems.
Yeah.
we get up into the room and we can start untying Greg and
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good to me.
We made it.
And so the party gets one step closer to, well, possibly Thistlethorn and the rest of the druids. What awaits them up the high tree? Who knows? I guess you'll have to find out on the next episode of Dungeons & Dragons: Grave of Man.